hundreds of submissions, 5 finalists, 3 judges, 1 winner. This is the Daily Wire search for the official Sweet Baby Gang anthem. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the search for the Sweet Baby Gang anthem. I am your host, Michael Knowles. I am joined by my fellow Daily Wire hosts, Ben Shapiro, Andrew Klavan, and the man of the hour, Matt Walsh. Now, the winner of this contest is in for a real treat. He will get all of our most recent books. He will also become a part of the Matt Walsh Show legacy. He will be featured in his very song at the introduction to the Reading the Comments section of Matt's show. Now, Matt, I am told that the Sweet Baby Gang has a special name for you.
They do.
They do.
Sweet Daddy Walsh is what they call me. That's my official name.
Daddy Walsh.
I expect to be addressed likewise by all of you.
Yes, Daddy.
Thank you.
Drew.
Never mind. Actually, don't call me that.
Are you sure? Papa? Daddy? All right.
I've changed my mind.
Andrew Klavan.
What do you want?
The leader of Klavanon, the master of the multiverse. Where were you when you first heard of the Sweet Baby Gang?
I was sitting here during the introduction. I want to say that this may be the most humiliating moment of my life. I looked at that picture of the baby Walsh, and I now have a tick. I have a small twitch from the trauma. And if these lights flashing around give me a seizure, I am suing Ben Shapiro back into the Stone Age. I want you to know that. So I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, speaking of Ben Shapiro, Ben, it's great, obviously, to have you as a judge here. Does it feel weird that you are going to have to judge on behalf of your daddy?
When do I get to fire everyone? When?
Well, you'll get to make at least some firing decisions when you hear all of the songs. Some of them are going to go. I know you're all very excited to get to the contest, so here is how it works. We have taken all of the submissions sent in over the past week. We've narrowed it down to the top 5 finalists. Our skilled judges are going to listen to about a minute of each song, and after careful consideration, they will select their top 2 picks. Then we turn it over to you at home. After this broadcast, you can log on to dailywire.com/SBG, and you will have 24 hours to cast your vote for the Sweet Baby Gang anthem. Is everybody ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Here is our first entry. It is titled Theocratic Funk by De Sweetest Baby.
Woe is me, I'm in need of a sweet daddy. Lately, I've been feeling like a baby. 'Cause Matt Walsh is here, he quells all of my fears, he puts my mind right at ease. King of the Daily Wire, his polka dots be looking funky fresh. He can't sleep at night, 'cause there ain't enough black geologists.
We need more diversity in the geological sciences.
Fishing expert, I'm so inspired.
Gentlemen, Drew, I'll start with you. What do you think?
I would have aged several years just watching that if I had several more years to live, which I don't. So I think it's a very dangerous song for me. Yeah.
Yep. Ben?
That sounded like a hippopotamus being hit by an airplane, the remains then being collected and burned, but then the ashes gathered, and the ashes transformed into a glowing diamond of
Oh, you took us on a journey with that one.
So did that song.
And so did that song.
Yeah,
Matt, what's your take?
I have to disagree with my fellow judges. I thought that it was fresh, it was current, it felt relevant, and I also thought that it was beautiful, and the lyrics touched me very, very deeply. Thought it was tremendous.
Moving along to our next entry. This one is called Walsh's Anthem by Joshua Royal Wathen.
Who makes a Twitter mob fly off the handle with rage? Who's to blame? It's a sweet baby gang. Who's rocking polka dot and flannel shirts without shame? Do you know their name?
I mean, this is pretty good. Come on.
The sweet baby gang. Now there's no more crying, ain't got time for your leftist tears. If you're a man, it's required that you grow up in hey, we're the sweet baby gang.
Drew, your thoughts?
Well, I have to admit my mind drifted for a moment. I was thinking about the time I had dignity. But actually, that was when I came back. That was actually pretty funny. I have to say that was amusing. I'm mildly amused.
It was musical.
Yeah.
It had some rhythm.
Yep.
Ben?
That was better.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. Now, admittedly, the standard was what came just before it. But still, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, that was at least a 4.
That's something. Better than 0. Matt?
I thought it couldn't get better than the last one, and this somehow exceeded even those expectations. I wanted to hear more of it. I mean, that becomes music into my ears, and it's now the music of my heart. I found it to be.
We very well might hear more of it a little bit later, maybe every single day on the show. But before we make any of those decisions, we have an entry from Andrew Werner. It's titled, Put 'em Up If You're Down.
Yeah, we the sweet babies, driving liberals crazy. We play that wire daily. No offense to Ben or Michael, Knowles, Candace, or Andrew Klavan. Daddy Walsh is our default. He never falters to bring the news, and he brings it greatly. Leftists claim he's racy. He's everything phobic. We'll wipe them tears. I'll get my mug and tell you when the show is. You see the beard, you see the king approaches. You hear the babies asking Ben to give sweet Daddy Walsh a big promotion. So put him up if you're down with the baby gang. Put him up if you're down with the baby gang. Sweet baby gang, sweet baby gang, sweet baby gang, sweet.
Ben, I'd like to start this time with you. Your immediate reaction.
Well, as a platinum award-winning rapper in my own right, let me just say that it's comparing the size and weight of various piles of steaming is actually difficult when you don't have a proper scale. And so you sort of have to just eyeball it. And so, to be honest with you, between number 1 and number 2, and they're all number 2, but between number 1 and number 2 and number 3 falls somewhere between 1 and 2. It's not as bad as the first one.
Oh, wow.
It's not as good as the third one. It's somewhere in the middle. But again, we are now just grading gradations of absolute horse
excrement.
I mean, just wow.
Okay. Drew?
When I lived in England, I had a hernia, and because they have that universal health care, they don't give you painkillers. They literally just give you aspirin and tell you to have a stiff upper lip. And it was possibly the most painful experience of my life until this.
Fair. Harsh, but fair. Matt?
I didn't think it was fair. In fact, I'm offended on behalf of these contestants who put their heart and soul into making this music. And for them to be treated this way, I find to be personally hurtful to me. And as far as the song went, I thought, I can imagine, if I could say, the homies on the block bumping that in their rides as they're going down the street. I think to me, it felt hip, it felt relevant. It's something that I can imagine the kids are going to really connect with on a deep level.
Really speaks to the people and what's going on in the streets. Yeah,
I thought so.
Daddy is going to stick up for his babies, no question about it. Up next, we've got The Sweet Baby Gang by Globule.
Our anthem is here, gather round and like and subscribe right now. We're the Sweet Baby Gang. Here it goes, Daddy Walsh on the banjo. You just called him Daddy, you finna be band bro. Godspeed to Push, I see and Lizzo. This beat is so sick, but my kids need the vax, yo. Y'all are gone crazy. To the aliens listening, save me. We are all babies. From the womb to the tomb, so don't hate, please. Our anthem is here, gather round. Sweet babies. And like and subscribe.
Simple, to the point. Matt, let's start with you.
I mean, once again, I feel that each song gets somehow better and better than the one before it. And this, again, every single one, I think to myself, can I imagine young people at a party playing that song and dancing,
Yeah.
Dancing the jig and
The
so on.
polka, yeah.
Yeah, and I say for that, absolutely. I thought it was a tremendous song.
Yep.
Loved every second of it.
Drew?
Well, I watched it very closely, and I think the one thing I can say, this is just a guess, but just from eyeballing it, I feel that no animals were hurt during the making of that song. And I think as long as I love animals, and as long as we can say that, I think we can safely say the animals are safe for another day.
Ben?
So, frankly, I think that we should all be honored that the creator of the theme to Malcolm in the Middle also wrote this particular theme.
Yeah.
And I very much look forward to Frankie Muniz's appearance on the what's it called? The Sweet Baby
Gang.
Sweet Baby
Yeah.
Gang. Why? Why is it called that?
For our final video, it comes to us from the Columbia County Coyotes. And this is their song. They're a little presumptuous with this title, I think. It's called Sweet Baby Gang Anthem.
I've been giving my money to every single show. I'm grateful to Mr. Matty to be so in the know. We live so much freer when you don't need to be woke. So I'll keep on giving till the day that I go broke. Get in line and form the secret group. We're the Sweet Baby Gang. We're the Sweet Baby Gang. We're the Sweet Baby Gang.
Got a real Monkees vibe from that one. Maybe that could be a TV show in itself. Ben?
History is filled with the stories of people who make great sacrifices, martyr themselves for great causes. The Christians sacrificing themselves to the lions in Roman amphitheaters, and the Jews before the Spanish Inquisition in 1492, and me listening to these songs. History is really, and I think one day when people look back at my life, which if I have to listen to any more of these will be like the expiration date is moving faster. When they look back and they look at my legacy, they're going to think the sacrifices he made on behalf of the Sweet...
It's right there. It's a Sweet Baby Gang.
the Sweet Baby Gang. On behalf of that, it was a great sacrifice. I feel as though someone had taken a jackhammer, planted it directly in my right temple, and then just gone to town.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it felt like, to be honest with you.
Robert E. Lee has been described as a great man who gave his career to a terrible cause. Drew?
Yeah, I thought you were describing me there for a minute. I felt such a surge of joy when I realized that this was the last time I was going to have to see that baby Matt Walsh tumbling across the stage, except when he comes to work. That I may have kind of overrated this song. I enjoyed the baby. I like babies. Babies are cute, and so it was awful. It was just dreadful. I'm sorry.
Terrible, huh?
I was trying to say something nice, but I just couldn't get there.
It was bad.
I tried.
Yeah. Matt?
Just picking up on Ben's sort of theological, spiritual theme. When I was listening to that song, I could really imagine myself at the end of my own life climbing up the steps into the sky, and the pearly gates open, and the choirs of angels are singing that song. That's what I was thinking. It was a beautiful song, is what I mean.
Judges, in front of you is an official Sweet Baby ballot. I need you to highlight your top 2 finalists. All right, let's collect these ballots. I'll give it a quick look around here. Right, so we've got Drew. All right, he's got two choices there. I'm not sure I totally agree with them, but that's fine. We've got Ben, included a little message there on his, it would seem. little SOS. And Matt highlighted the entire ballot.
I thought they were all winners in my book.
This is how Joe Biden became president.
So I suppose there's a bit of a tie.
Can we play them all again and
No.
reflect
No.
with me,
we,
no.
deeper on
we
this?
certainly cannot.
Okay.
In the event of a tie, I don't know if the judges back there or the producers can I be a tie-breaking vote? What is that? All right, good. I'm glad because I'm actually a little bit scandalized. Here they are. The two finalists are Walsh's Anthem by Joshua Royal Wathen and Put 'Em Up If You're Down by Andrew Warner. Audience, now it's all up to you. The polls are open. They're ready to receive your votes. Visit dailywire.com/SBG and support the song that you want as your Sweet Baby Gang anthem. Voting will close at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on September 7th. So share the link across all your social media pages to see your favorite song, your absolute favorite song, become the winner. Now, before we go, all of us here at the Daily Wire would like to say a sincere thank you to everyone who participated in this contest. Mean comments notwithstanding. Although we could not show every entry that we received, here's a look at a few honorable mentions that we wanted to highlight. We hope you enjoy them as much as we did. Thank you for joining us. And in the words of Matt Walsh, go by speechless today, and Godspeed.
Now the most oppressed person I know is Mr. Walsh, who leads the show, and that's okay, he's got the gang. Sweet baby gang, sweet baby gang, oh what a gang, a sweet baby gang.
He's got a low face of hair and a dark twisted mind. Our favorite theocratic fascist dictator. We are his sweet baby gang. We are his sweet, sweet baby gang. We are his sweet baby gang. Sweet, sweet, sweet baby gang.
You're banned from the show.
Listen to me closely while I'm still alive to speak. If you believe in aliens and living the American dream, come join the sweet, sweet baby gang.
We're the Sweet Baby Gang and we're all pro-American. Together we stand up against all that's Orwellian. We're the Sweet Baby Gang, where the truth's laid bare. We're the Sweet Baby Gang, Godspeed. And we'll leave it there.